North Koreans have now tested more missiles in the last 3 years than they did in the previous 30 years combined. What's the point? What are they trying to tell us, and what should we be trying to tell them in return?
In the Trump administration right now, and there are very few of them to begin with, probably no more than about 4 or 5, and most of them who at the highest levels who are working on this, Jerry, really have never thought about it very much. So now that they've found themselves in power, they realize that this is the thorniest, most difficult diplomatic problem on the planet, and there are no easy answers. In fact, Korea is the land of lousy options completely. And now the current strategy is to put almost all of our eggs in the China basket. And clearly there has to be a partnership, but we will be fundamentally disappointed if we believe that China will be prepared to put so much pressure on North Korea that they will cease and desist from what they're doing.
I think you could argue that American policy over the last 2 decades has been one of sort of varying between confrontation and engagement, or at least attempted engagement. Neither has worked very well. Which, if either, is the better approach right now, or should they both be tried simultaneously?
Jerry, I mean, if I could say, I would say honestly, I think that's simplistic. I think what you try to do in a situation like this, first of all, is you keep your allies together. Make sure that there's no defecting, no going off and I'm going to cut my own deal with the North Koreans. That has been very effective. Our deterrent capabilities on the Korean Peninsula are remarkable. 25 years ago, if there was a conflict on the Korean Peninsula, you had worries about how it would end up. Now there can be no doubt. It will end with rubble in the north, right? Now that's still unacceptable, but our capabilities are enormous. Third, we have tried diplomacy numerous times. I will tell you, I was involved in some of those efforts. These are the most difficult people in the world to negotiate with. But we have to continue to leave that door open. And I think it is a useful vehicle when appropriately managed for engaging the United States and China, right? It shows that we can work together and that it's important. But it is true right now in Asia, we're not as much a part of the conversation as we've been in the past. And I'm struck that the conversation is very polite about the United States. But privately, the 2 countries that people are anxious about, number 1 is China. Uncertain about its strategic desires, its impetus, its goals, and a president who is prepared to play hardball in a lot of circumstances. The other area of concern that is higher right now is of the United States, a sense that we are not as predictable, as durable, and strong as an ally and friend in Asia.